cannot believe he just W keyed me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking, man. I don't know. Oh my god. Hello. Hello. Oh. You were geared. Damn. Well. GG's. I didn't expect him to be this geared. Oh my god, look at that Torque of Soul. That's amazing. If only that was true damage. Oh, it's Demo! Bye, Demo. Hi, Demo. GG, man. GG. Oh, man. Oh, it's an arming sword. I thought it was a falchion. Damn. GG, man. GG. Demo, I can't even... Bro, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Alright, well, GG's. Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, it's just, it is what it is. Hey guys, how's it going? Firebox here. I want to show you what I think is the current best fighter build for the meta right now. This is really the case because of the recent Warlock nerfs. If you don't know, Dark Reflection and BOC have received a 50% scaling nerf. This is huge, and after about 5 hours of gameplay, I noticed that I haven't seen a single Cactus Warlock while playing. What this means is that we do not have to build for magic damage dealing classes as much as we did before, so we can build a little bit of a stronger kit against other physical damage dealing classes, which seem to be the primary source of my lobbies, mostly a lot of barbs, rogues, and fighters. But ultimately, I noticed mostly physical damage dealing classes. I want to go ahead and go over the perks, the skills, and just my general game plan with this build. Alright, so for our skills, we're going to be taking Weapon Mastery because you need it for the Rondel Dagger, which is the primary focus of this build. Iron Will, which even though we're not taking both Iron Will and Anti-Magic to counter the recent Cactus builds, we still want some magic resistance, just to make sure we don't just automatically lose against other wizards and warlocks that might be in our games. Perseverance is one of the strongest skills in the entire game. -3 damage from every source is huge, and when you have a lot of PDR, it scales even better, sometimes only taking 1 damage from certain players, so I would highly recommend taking this perk. And Robust, because quite honestly, 15% HP bonus is huge, and you're already stacking so much PDR, it just makes you that much stronger in fights. For our skills, I'm going to be opting for Smite and Sprint. We are going to be missing out on that second wind HP bonus, which does kind of suck. However, for the Rondel Dagger, I feel like you need Sprint because your range is kind of small. So you kind of want that extra burst of speed because this build is going to be built a little bit slow compared to my usual race car PDR build. However, this has been working quite well for me. So that said, I am comfortable recommending this personally. And Smite is really good with the Rondel Dagger because it swings so fast. Even though we're not scaling for magic damage, a free 10 damage per hit, depending on their magic resistance, is very strong, and oftentimes will help you win a fight way faster than they can kill you, which is ultimately what this build is trying to do, to face trade other players before they can kill you. And ultimately, it just works. I do want to mention before I show my gear that this build can work with budget type gear. You absolutely do not need the amount of juice that I currently have. But that said, this is the kit that I was building over the course of the stream that I was playing after I was killing certain players and replacing their gear with my own. So I want to go ahead and show my full kit that I ended up with at the end of the stream. I'm using the Rondell Dagger. Of course, this is a very strong weapon. Chances are you'll be grabbing a purple just because of the cost. If you can get additional damage or max HP, those are both perfectly fine stats. For your shield, technically, the buckler is the best in slot because it has the least movement speed reduction. You don't really need the block that much. It's mostly just a stat stick. The thing is, the round shield is significantly cheaper than the buckler is. This cost me about 150 gold, which I think you probably agree is kind of ridiculous for a max rolled armor shield. So if you can't find a cheap buckler or heater shield, feel free to pick up a round shield if you're on a budget. For your bow, survival bow is definitely the best bow right now, probably in the game. It shoots really fast, scales very well with true damage. Even though it doesn't work with smite anymore, it's still very strong. If you can find additional weapon damage, armor pen, and or additional damage bonus to make up for the weapon mastery 10% damage loss, that would probably be pretty good. I'm going to be rocking the Hound Skull because there's less magic damage dealing classes, such as the Cactus Warlock. You can kind of afford to take the Hound Skull. The minus 10 magic resist kind of sucks, but that said, this is a very beefy helmet. It gives you a lot of headshot damage reduction, a lot of base armor, and 5 vigor, which is really good. Darkplate armor is still going to be your go-to, even though you don't need a lot of magic resistance. I'm still trying to shoot for at least 40% if possible, and Darkplate armor is the easiest place to do it. The Fine Cuirass it's too much magic damage loss, man. You lose 65 magic resistance between a Fine Cuirass and a Darkplate armor piece. Even though you're losing out on base vigor and strength, it's still absolutely worth using this over that. Just try to find armor and or max HP rolls. This can get a little expensive, but even just getting an armor chest piece is perfectly fine for this build. For the legs, I'm going to go in for plate pants. This is kind of the budget version of what you would otherwise want. Technically, heavy leather leggings are probably the best in slot here, next to loose trousers, depending on the build that you're currently running. Loose trousers is really good to make yourself fast. Heavy leather leggings are just kind of better versions of plate pants. However, if you're going for a budget build, plate pants is pretty nice. You do lose a little bit of movement speed, a little bit of magic resistance, but you do gain some additional projectile damage reduction and just additional base armor, which is pretty good at helping you reach that 75% threshold. Even though we don't quite hit that mark, it's still nice to get as close to it as possible. That said, you're going to be looking for plus armor rolls and then probably plus max HP. You can also go for anything like agility, dexterity, or any other decent base stats like that. But again, I would say probably armor is a guaranteed that you need, and then go for, the probably max health. For my gauntlets, going for true physical damage, preferably a purple pair because it's going to be 3 vigor instead of 2. And if you can grab armor roll on top, that's even better. These can get pretty pricey. I was using a blue pair before I upgraded from Demo. Thank you for that. So I was using a blue pair. But that said, if you can get a better pair, that's great. Anything extra you can get is going to be fine. But if you're on a budget, feel free to grab a blue pair and just grab +2 true damage. It's not too expensive, maybe like 200 or 300 gold at most. For boots, I'm going to recommend dashing boots. Just try to find a pair that has speed. That's really the major stat that you need. You're probably going to end up just grabbing a blue pair with 5 speed. Purple's even better, of course, because you get a little bit more magic resistance. And if you can get plus vigor or plus max HP, that's just obviously way better. The reason I'm using dashing is because even though rugged would kind of be better because you get more HP, the magic resistance is pretty nice because we're not using anti-magic with this build. We're instead using robust to get that HP total. I'm using dashing boots as a way to supplement that magic that we're losing from anti-magic, and instead going for the robust to make up for that health. But that said, if you can get one with double rolls, that's of course even better. For your rings, I'm going to recommend going for Rings of Vitality with 1 or 2 true physical damage. The reality is 2 true phys damage Rings of Vitality are insanely expensive. I mean, easy 1,000 plus gold per ring, depending on the rarity that you're grabbing. So I opted to go for +1 true, just because it was, you know, just a lot cheaper. But if you have the money to spend, feel free to upgrade these to +2 true, because the Rondel scales so well with true damage. The more you have, the better off you're going to be. And for your amulet, I'm going to recommend going for true physical damage, armor, and max HP rolls. This can get a little bit pricey. If you can find a frost amulet with armor and max HP, that's great. Or you can look for a base vigor amulet with plus armor and +3 true physical damage. Either or is going to be fine. Depending on the time of the day, this could vary in price. I've seen them pretty cheap as far as like a couple hundred gold at most, but I've also seen a lot of people buying them and raising up the price. But this is the necklace that you're generally going to be going for. And that said, that's going to be the full build. I did try an arming sword variant of this build. Instead of using weapon mastery, I used the crossbow mastery with a crossbow. It worked pretty darn well, but I gotta be honest, I think the Rondel dagger build is just straight better. I'm gonna show you the gameplay that I had with the Rondel dagger, and I think you'll probably agree that it seems really strong. So feel free to give this build a try for yourself if you like, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Also, if you do want to watch this kind of gameplay live, feel free to check out my Twitch. It will be in the description of this video. Oh my goodness gracious. We're just playing the door game today, aren't we? Why would you blue pot if you're not going to fight? Alright. Orb has ran out of doors to open and close. Is that a headshot? I don't know, I think so. Probably. Looks like it. Yeah, I can't believe I betrayed my beloved Rondel dagger for that disgusting arming sword. Imagine. Imagine using a fighter weapon in this meta and not using a rogue weapon. Bro, this friggin' goblin. Oh my god, that goblin hit me so many times. Anyway, he's my single asking for a friend. I know this gameplay. I get it. I get it. Alright, are we fighting this time, or are you gonna run again? Oh, the Rondel is so good. Oh, Oh man. You know, oh no. Oh, the Rondell Dagger. Oh, the Rondell, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, man. Oh, man, the Rondell is so good. Ridiculous. Can't believe it. Man, oh man. What are you gonna do? I don't know. What are you gonna do? Bro's got additional? Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. Like, these guys, they just don't have the kits made. I can't hit him. Womp womp. I'm telling you, these fighters can't beat me. This build is... Oh, the Rondell, it's so good. Oh my god, the Rondell. Never... Alright. Oh, it's... Oh. Arming sword. What is this? 30 minutes ago? We've moved on. We've moved on with our lives, sir. Oh man, oh man. Oh my god, he just... Bro, he just disappeared. My guy just... Okay. Poor guy. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like the video, sub for future content, and comment below what your thoughts are of this build. It's personally a fan favorite of mine. And when I play fighter, this is usually the one that I go to. And I do want to thank Trash Daddy, Justin Doob, and Barty for supporting this video, alongside all my other members. Thank you all. Have a great day.